Hi, guys. Welcome to the second episode of Wisdom Wednesdays. These are little tips and tricks that I felt that I would put together for you guys. I received a couple of emails over the weekend, and there was a common theme to the three that came in. And they were I sacrificed everything in my relationship. I put everything that I had into the relationship. And now I feel lost. Now I feel alone. Now I don't even know who I am anymore. And this was the common theme that I saw throughout these emails that I read over the weekend. And I decided to look at my own life and go back in time, so to speak, and reflect on my past relationships and the things that I sacrificed and the things that I gave up. And that led me to make a list. You guys know I'm all about lists, but it made me really think and create a list to help you guys out on what you shouldn't be sacrificing in a relationship. So the theme of this week is things that you should never sacrifice for someone, even if you love them. So I wanted to go through these things with you one by one and give you some examples and help you guys out just to kind of build a baseline, so to speak, of things that you shouldn't be giving up in a relationship. Because when you're in a relationship, the whole point is for you to grow, for the other person to grow, and then for you guys to grow together. Ugh, I can't speak today. It is what it is. Anyways, let's get started. So the first thing I came up with was your goals and ambitions, your personal goals, the things that you guys want to do in your lives. No matter how amazing your partner might be, your goal should never take a back seat to your relationship because you are trying to grow as a person. So your own dreams, your own desires, no one should be holding you back from that. And no one should prevent you from going forward with your dreams if they truly love you. They should want to see you succeed. Okay. A loving partner should cheer you on. They should be your biggest cheerleader. They should help you. If it's not helping you achieve your goals in some way, it's being your biggest cheerleader. They shouldn't be gaslighting you. They shouldn't be making you feel less than. They shouldn't make you feel like you can't accomplish your goals. That's a big red flag. So if you guys do notice that, that's a red flag to look out for. Like I said, they should be your biggest cheerleader. They should cheer you on and help you stay positive in reaching those goals. Okay. And they should really appreciate that you're trying to grow as a person too. The second thing I came up with was your individuality. And what I mean by this is oftentimes when we come into a relationship, at least for me, I could speak for me, but I know there's many of you out there that do this, and I know quite a few of you that do this, and it is okay. I'm just telling you for food for thought here. We tend to stop doing the things that we once were doing. So any of our hobbies, any of the things that we used to do while we were single, all of a sudden we give those things up to conform to the relationship. Okay. And I found myself doing this in 99.9% of my relationships, actually 100%. Let's just be honest here. 100% of my relationships, I gave up a lot of goals, ambitions, hobbies, things like that for the other person to conform to the other person because at one point in my life, I didn't think I was enough. And I neglected the things that I did when I was single that calmed me down, that grounded me. And if you find yourself giving up the very essence of the things that make you you, that's not love. That's surrender. Okay. So keep that in mind. The way I look at it is you guys are the lead roles in your life. You're not the supporting actor. You're not a co-star to the movie. You're the star of your movie, if this makes sense. So you shouldn't be taking a backseat to the things that you want to do, the things that ground you, the things that you enjoy doing. So don't give up your individuality. Last thing you should be doing. The third thing I came up with, and this was huge for me, was values and beliefs. Okay. Love to me should never require you to sacrifice your core beliefs, your values. If anything, it should add layers to your life. Okay. You want to enrich your life. Okay. So, no, to me, no relationship is worth giving up these fundamentals of what you believe in, how you believe them, anything like that. Okay. If you're with someone that's asking you to compromise on these things, this might be a time to take a step back and ask yourself why. What's their motive? Why are they trying to change what I believe in and the things that I stand for? Okay, that's a big red flag. It was for me in the past. Okay. And I feel that it is possible for two people to show respect to each other and what I like to call agree to disagree, which may be that you believe in something and the other person believes in something else, and you guys can talk about it and you guys could agree to disagree about it and still have that level of respect in the relationship, because that's super important. You guys should be able to not only embrace your individuality, but also embrace your own core beliefs and values, if that makes sense. Okay. And this kind of goes along with the fourth thing, which is your dignity. Let's face it, guilty as charged here. We have all done some pretty stupid crap in relationships for love. We have. We've done things that we regret. Okay. We've done things that make us feel all cringy inside. And we're like, oh, why did I do that? Okay. And I get it. Love in general can make us do some pretty dumb stuff. Okay. I've had my fair share of those, you guys, I promise. I've even stayed with a person that cheated on me, not once, but multiple times. So when I tell you that dignity is huge, and that starts with self-love, loving yourself, knowing who you are. I eventually came to realize that devaluing my dignity was a lack of self-respect for myself. Okay. So if I sacrificed my self-respect, that's just unacceptable. You can't sacrifice your own self-worth, your own dignity for someone else. Okay. Don't accept less than what you deserve. Truthfully speaking here. Okay. You are way too amazing to sacrifice who you are and be nothing less than your true authentic self. Be who you are. Okay. Know your worth. Never settle for a relationship that makes you feel less than. Okay. Which brings me to 5. The fifth thing is your happiness. Okay. Happiness to me should not be a bargaining chip. Okay. I know that relationships involve compromise, but if you find yourself constantly sacrificing your joy for someone else's, that's a huge red flag. Huge, huge red flag. Okay. Your happiness is priority. The things that make you happy. Life is just too short, you guys. Okay. You don't want an energy vampire that just drains your happiness. That's another big red flag. Your emotional well-being shouldn't be up for negotiation. You have to do what makes you happy and fulfilled and whole. And I always say that along with, as long as it's not hurting another human being and you're not maliciously trying to hurt someone in order to make yourself happy, that's the key. Okay. We don't want to step on others on our way to being happy. So keep that in mind too. And if people are doing that, that's another red flag. Brings me to 6, your freedom. Okay. This goes out to all the people that are in controlling relationships. Okay. No one has the right to control you. Only you can control you. And if you feel like you've been in a relationship with a controlling person, or you are currently in a relationship with a controlling person, that is a big red flag. You are not a doormat. You are not a puppet. You are you. And no one has the right to control who you are. Okay. And I'm even talking about where you guys go out to eat, what you guys do for fun. If your partner is controlling every aspect of the relationship, that's huge. You do have a say in it also. So keep that in mind. Okay. Um, 7 would be your financial security. I know that there are a lot of people that depend on others to take care of them financially. It may or may not be this way now, but back in the day, in my early 20s, things were a lot different. I was raised that the man takes care of the woman. Obviously, it takes two incomes now to sometimes even two and a half incomes to support a growing family. I get it, times have changed, but your financial security. And what I mean by this is money's tricky, okay? Because it does play a huge dynamic in the relationship. And sometimes you find that if one person makes more money than the other person, there could be a lot of resentment that builds up to that. Okay. So you shouldn't be sacrificing your financial security in the name of love, which means you shouldn't be buying the other person's affection. Okay. And buying them things just because you want them to stay around. And it goes on the flip side. We as human beings should not be using other people for financial gain. We shouldn't just use them for the things that they give us. That's just morally wrong, in my opinion. And again, I want to stress these are things that I have learned. And I used to do it in my relationship. I would buy people's affection. I would buy things for them just because I was doing it out of the goodness of my heart. But there was also another reason when I had to dig deep and really think about this. It was to make them like me. It was to buy affection and buy love and make them think that I'm worthy of something. And it doesn't work. It doesn't work, you guys. So keep that in mind. You don't need to buy other people's affection and put yourself in a financial burden just to win people over. Okay. At the end of the day, it doesn't work. Okay. And realistically, it brings me to 8. Your friends and family. When you're in a new relationship, you shouldn't give up the people that have been there for you throughout your whole journey. Okay. You shouldn't be ditching your friends. You shouldn't be ditching your family. You should find a healthy balance in between them. Okay. Back in the day, I could admit I did this too. I'd have a new relationship. Yes, it's exciting and fresh, but I would ditch my friends for weeks. And this was going back into my early 20s. So, yes, didn't know any better. I would ditch my friends. I would ditch all of those people that were my tribe for this new love interest. And when it backfired, and I would come back into my friend group, they're like, what the heck, Dawn? Like, that's not cool, And I had to learn the hard way, and I never did it again. But don't ditch your friends. Don't ditch your family. Don't ditch the ones closest to you that love you and support you just for somebody new that came along. Find a healthy balance and give yourself that permission to be around the people that love you, and your partner or whoever is in your life should also respect that. Okay. Your health brings me to number 9. Okay. Don't ever sacrifice your health for anybody. Okay. If you burn a candle at both ends, guys, to make someone else happy, it's exhausting. Okay. It's downright unhealthy. Let's just put it that way. It's not okay. Your health is a priority. That's eating proper nutrition, getting enough sleep, exercise, movement, whatever that looks like for you. Your overall mental health. It's not just physical. Your mental well-being. If you need time to decompress, if you need you time, take that. Allow yourself that time, because your emotional and mental and physical well-being, they all work hand in hand. And you guys know I've talked about this a gazillion times. All right. And which brings me to 10. Okay. 10 is basically everything that you feel in your gut doesn't sit right. Okay. Anything that gives you that gut instinct that there is a red flag in the relationship. Okay. Make sure that you understand that you should not be giving up anything that makes you uncomfortable, that makes you sacrifice something that you don't want to do. Listen to your gut, because a lot of times we tend to push our gut feelings down. Okay. And I am guilty of this many times in the past. And we don't listen to our gut. So don't give up your gut instincts. This is key. Your gut will never steer you wrong. Okay. So follow those gut instincts. Don't shove it down. Don't ignore it, because your gut is your survival mechanism. Your gut is your first instinct to let you know something isn't right. Okay. I hope that I have at least helped in this way to not only helping those 3 women that contacted me over the weekend. I have replied to them personally, but I also wanted to jump on here and just throw back some to not do's moving forward so that I could help out the rest of my viewers that are listening that may be wondering what not to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little clip. I love you guys. Like I said, thank you so much for supporting this channel. It's growing every week, and I'm truly, truly humbled and honored that you guys take the time out to listen and reach out to me and ask me questions. And if there are things that you guys want me to talk about in these little video clips, shoot me an email. I'm getting tons of emails like every other day here of topics and questions, and you guys are looking for certain guests for me to bring on, and I am working diligently to provide you guys with the best guests and the best topics. So keep them coming, because I really do enjoy being able to give back in this way and help as many people as I can. Guys, thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe. Help me grow this channel. It really means the world to me. Let's spread the message of healing and hope to everyone out there. And if you know someone that can benefit from this, share the video. Share it so that people can be inspired. Okay? And I will see you guys next week on another little episode of Wisdom Wednesdays. Take care, guys. Love you.